Hi guys, welcome to TestFlix 2020, and I'm Kushan from Sri Lanka, and I have come here to talk about how to be a competitive QA professionals in the QA community. So let's move into the talk. Why do most of the QAs fail? Actually, people think that QA is about creating a test plan, then creating test cases for a particular scenario and just testing them and finding deviations where we report as bugs. But there is more into QA, and people mostly go by books, go by theory, go by concepts. They don't think widely, they just think narrowly. They are just stuck inside a bottle when they make decisions. And also they are there is less tendency to break their limits and think beyond. And also, there is another problem that most of the QAs face is the technical phobia. They are a bit scared to go into scripting, coding, and take on the developer's task, and do test automation, do performance testing. They want to be less technical oriented. So let's change this wave and how we can start, be a technical QA. First of all, we had to read a lot. So reading means that we had to go through blogs, technical blogs, tech news articles on testing, and new read articles and blogs on new technology methods, new test automation, security testing tools. Then also we had to think widely. When we come to, when we get a solutions to test, we should look at widely the architecture of it, the technical connecting points, the integration points, and we had to look at how we can test these integration points. So we had to totally understand the entire solution itself, not just one particular area when we come into test a product. And also participate on technical discussions. We had to go to many meetups, technical conferences like TestFlix, and get certain ideas, new ways of testing products, new ways of test automation. So we had to learn a lot, and also we had to study about technologies around us, new coding languages, new testing tools, and also new automation tools. So all of this we had to do, and also we had to go and experiment these tools, experiment new integrations. So these are the things that we can engage upon to be a more technical oriented, more competitive QA. And how we can improve our manual testing. First of all, we had to study the product. We had to look at the integration points and take some of the tools that are available. For example, we can use Chrome developer tools to debug certain web solutions, and also open Dragonfly, and also use Fiddler. Even to use Fiddler when to throttle the network speed and check how this particular mobile application or the website performs during the less when there's a situation of less network bandwidth. So that is how we had to look at debug tools to debug our scripts. So all of these we had to look into when we are doing in manual testing. Then comes to exploratory testing. So we cannot go on just scripted testing. We had to think beyond. We had to uncover the errors. Okay, go to the hidden parts and uncover the hidden errors. And also we had to think how to hack the product, not just to test the product with the requirements. So we had to use our creativity, think widely when we are going to test the product. There might be not UI, we can perform UI testing, but we can go beyond that and look into more backend testing, and uh, help to lower the defects and also give more stable products. So when it comes to test automation, we can think beyond just learning Selenium, Java. We can use Python, we can use C#, and we can look at those things, and also web services automation tools, and also mobile automation tools, new tools like RPA, robotic process automation. And also you have to know how to create a framework, not just learning Selenium bits and this and doing the stuff. You have to look at how do you create a framework in each and every language and with each and every tool, and update yourself with new integration tools like new reporting tools which are coming in, new reporting dashboards which can add real masala into your test automation practice. and also learn new scripting languages like Python, Ruby, and JavaScripting. And next one, we have to look at the infrastructure of the tool that you are going to take. The supporting tools, we have to look at the supporting tools like CI tools which are available. Not just learning Jenkins, we have to go beyond, like learning Circle CI and Microsoft Azure DevOps. So these are the demanding, tools that are available. And also you have to look into how to use Git commands and GitHub in your, test automation practice, and also Kubernetes when it comes to DevOps. And also we can use the cloud testing tools to test different platforms, different mobile operating systems. So we can use BrowserStack, cross-browser testing.com and Source Labs. So also look at build tools, and also go into the developer, consult with the developer and look at what the development process that is going on. Maybe you can give some inputs to improve the development process. And also look at the coding standards, industrial standards, when it comes to, when you want to be a competitive QA. And also, so how can I go beyond? Look at the integration points of a solution. What are the integration points? How can I test those integration points? Because there might be a situation where the integration points might fail and your total solution will go for a 6. So then you have to look into that and go beyond, go and look at the application log, the system logs and everything, because some of the errors will be hidden in those application logs and error logs. Make sure your application is fail proof. That means you can suggest where you can have a primary site and there will be a secondary site. So do some failover testing on it to ensure that the secondary site is up and running when the primary site fails. And also use some observability, techniques, tools like New Relic to, understand the issues that are occurring when the product goes to the production. So look at the industrial mentioned, guidelines. When it comes to performance testing, look at the industrial guidelines. When it comes to security testing, look at the OS guidelines. So those things you have to know, and do more security and performance testing, not just functional UI testing. And also learn about these things. You also learn these tools, how to measure them, what are the industrial standard measurements available. So these are the things that you guys have to know. Actually, so how do I be successful? Learn more will make you more successful. Okay, so then you have to research more on new techniques, research more on new tools that are available. Help the community, share your ideas, share with blogs and articles, and also create some communication posts, which you will get ideas from ample people around the testing community. Share your ideas with go to meetups, go to conferences, and get share your ideas, get inputs from it, and be more than others. So don't be just a person that can be replaced by another person. Improve yourself and talk with your experts, talk with industrial experts, and get the ideas, show your problem, get the solutions, and also try out new stuff, experiment, try out new technologies, try out integrating two technologies. So these are the things where you can be so successful and be a competitive QA. So that's all from my talk. Hope you enjoy. See you soon with next TechSflix 2021. See you guys. Bye.